Hey, what's up you guys? I'm at YCS Dallas getting a deck profile. What deck is this?
This is Fire Kings.
Alright, let's see.
Alright, so got 2 High Avatar Garunics, the main boss monster, 3 Yaksha, and 3 Barong. That's the main port. That's all the Fire King monsters I play. The next engine is the 4 rank portion. I only play 2 Wolfbark because I really don't want to see him that early. And then I play 1 Bear. He puts on a lot of pressure. I've had a few games where my opponent in this format, like especially with Cosmos around, they'll just like set 1 or 2 back row, kind of see what you're playing. And if you open a Bear or Tenki, you can just make them react. And it makes me have more options later on. And then the reason I played the deck is this card, 3 Jerigato. This card has won me at least put me in a winning position in almost every match I played. It's completely unexpected. It fixes almost every downside the deck has, such as like slow Wolfbarks or the pick game, or just really can't generate advantage. This card allows you just to spam the field whenever you want to, and it's just really good. It also gives it an internal out to tower without having to go into the sideboard of the extra deck. Onto the spells, 3 Onslaught and 2 Circle. This is actually the worst spell card in the deck right now. Every spell card is like a combo piece now. You play 3 Tenki, and then you have basically the power 1-ofs. 1 Rekindling, 1 Instant Fusion, 1 Raigeki, and the 1 Book of Moon. And onto the traps. A lot of 1-ofs, so Solemn Warning, Bottomless Trap Hole, Compulse, Torrential, Ring of Destruction, and Trap Trick Trap Hole Nightmare. The only reason I'm playing this is because Necros is still running around. I just don't want to be trished, so they don't really expect it, so it helps a lot of other random rogue matchups, and it just really helps against the Necros when they try to like go in and push deep. Then you play the 1 Vanity's Emptiness. And then the last traps are 3 Mirror Force, 3 Fiendish Chain, and then 1 Call the Haunted. This is just a last second add. Because of Jerigato, I mean, if I drop it early, I can Call the Haunted back, get the power boost, or special summon Garunix again, or Wolfbark. It's kind of like that 3rd Wolfbark that I just didn't want to open in my opening hand. I started 4-0. I'm like 4-1 right now with it. Thank you. Onto the sideboard, I got 2 Mexis and 2 Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. Honestly, I don't know if this is worth the price. I've never gone into it, so I might have to rethink that after this event. 2 MSTs, decided 2 Chivalries, because it's really good against Yang Zings and Cosmos. Yang Zings is the biggest one. 2 Mistake, 3 Imperial Iron Wall, honestly best card today. And then double Fairy Wind. This honestly should have been Shadowmere, but I was still afraid of Cleese. And onto the extra deck, I played 2 5s, 1 Diamond, 1 Pleiades, of course. Onto the 4s, play the 1 Dark Rebellion Exceed Dragon just to detach 2, and he's a generic 2500 beater. Tiger King, the one you go into the most. Number 101, Giant Hand, Castel, Excidon, Roach for Infernoids because I hate that matchup. And Cleese, 1 Emerald, Dweller, Cowboy, Ptolemaeus, Diamond Crab King, and Norden. And the reason I honestly play the deck is I made a combo with Jerigato that allows me to accelerate the game state, and I can drop either, if it's mid-game, Giant Hand and Pleiades, or if it's early game, I can either put an Emerald or Cowboy next to Pleiades or Giant Hand and just start to solidify and try to recycle Tenkies and Calls and basically any continuous face-up cards and make my opponent actually react to it.
So, tell me a little bit about how the deck's matchups against like the popular decks like Necroz, Shadal's, Burning Abyss. How does that usually go?
Right off the bat, Necroz is up in the air. Like, it's not so much a bad matchup. It's you cannot misplay. You have to be very smart because you have to establish your graveyard before you can actually start being aggressive. So you have to play to Necroz early. So it's a lot of just set 1 back row, pass, or summon Yaksha with a Barong in hand and pass turn. Let them try to OTK you, see if you can go through it. Jerigato helps with that, so I don't get OTK'd. But once I get at least 1 other Beast Warrior monster in my graveyard, that means Trishula is not really a huge threat to me anymore because I can constantly recycle and start making push plays. It's just getting out of that early game. Shadal's is honestly as bad as it sounds, and I don't want to sound cocky, but it's kind of like a walkthrough matchup because Shaddolls don't really function to their highest that they can if they can't fuse from their deck. And I don't have to go Max Drake if I don't have to. I'll just go into Fire King Beatdown, summon Grunix, sit on it. Grunix, for the most part, they can't get over it because it's always going to be special summon, and Construct will always kill by a card effect, which will in turn kill it on my standby phase or theirs. Cosmos, I've played about 9 Cosmos in tournaments now. I've only lost to 1 because he opened up 3 E-Tellies, but the matchup itself is pretty good, but I think it could be harder later on. But right now with double Dark Hole Raigeki and 3 Mirror Forces, they're playing too much into my hands and killing my cards. So as long as I keep Forerunner off the field for as long as I can, or keeping their banished zone kind of smaller, I've got a really good matchup on it. Especially the sideboard goes in really well.
Alright, I really appreciate the profile. If you guys liked it, leave it a comment with some feedback, give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh! And I appreciate it.
All right, thank you.